So, Monster Hunter. Probably one of the most, amazing games I've ever played. I'm trying to think of how to talk because I don't really do this kind of form of content, so this is my first time trying it out. I hope it turns out well. First of all, Monster Hunter. I didn't really want to get into Monster Hunter. Back in like 2022, 23, I tried the demo for Monster Hunter Rise, the newest game in the series, and I didn't really like how slow the combat felt. It felt a little too slow for me. I was more sticking to Dauntless, and Dauntless is a thing I'll talk about later. It's basically Monster Hunter, but free, and it's not... How do I explain it? Dauntless is really good, but Monster Hunter is really good as well, but they all have their own things and things. Dauntless is basically Monster Hunter free, but a lot more fast-paced combat and different things. We'll get into that in a completely different video. I'll probably talk about it when the big update comes out later this year. I'm going to be streaming that and playing it. Anyways, back to the topic. Monster Hunter. I started the game with Monster Hunter Rise. I tried the demo, like I said, but I did not really like it. For many reasons. I felt like the combat was too It was too slow. I didn't really find a weapon I liked a lot. It wasn't really my cup of tea. Then I got the Xbox Game Pass for my computer, and I saw Monster Hunter Rise was on there. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try this game to see how I like it. I mean, it's free. I might as well try it. I did not expect it to become one of my favorite games of all time. It wasn't my favorite game of all time, Rise at least. Rise was, I'd give Rise a 7 out of 10. The only problem I hated was it saying, hey, yeah, you need to go talk to the kid. And I'm like, okay, how do I get there? He's in this area. Okay, how do I get to that area? No explanation. So I was literally over there doing the hard hub quests that I was severely underleveled for very, very long. Imagine you're at the beginning of, a game. And you're like, okay, the game tells you to get to this area. How do I get there? Doesn't tell you. Okay, so you think you need to do higher rank things. Little did you know, you're over there trying to do level 30 things at level 12. It's pretty much how it went. Anyway, we're talking about Monster Hunter World, not Rise. So I decided to look into World after playing Rise for a little bit. I did enjoy Rise. It was pretty good. I started maining Hammer towards the end. I haven't played it in a while. But World. I heard people say Monster Hunter World was very good. I did not expect it to be one of the best games I've ever played. Does that mean it's my favorite? No. But it is top 10. Which is crazy, because I haven't had a game that I know for sure is in the top 10 games of all time, forever. The last game I knew for a fact was in my top 10 list was Pikmin 2 and Nintendo Land. That's all I found out. Now I know Monster Hunter is in my top 10 games of all time. I never expected it. Monster Hunter World is difficult, and I don't think I would have enjoyed Monster Hunter a few years ago, because I feel like it would have been too difficult for me. However, now, one of the best games I ever played. Let's keep talking about it. At the beginning of Monster Hunter World, I decided to main Hammer. Now, Hammer is a weapon, for those who don't know. It's pretty simple. You want to aim for the head, and if you hit the head enough, you knock him down. Big damage. Pretty much it. The hammer is a weapon that you only want to hit the head for. You can hit other parts of the body, but if you hit the head, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine and dandy and normal. But the head is where you want to do the most damage. I mean that for 90% of the main story. No spoilers here, not 90%, 70% more towards the last half of the story, I decided to switch my weapons out. Right now I'm sitting at mastery rank 30, not mastery rank. I'll talk about that later. I can't really think right now. My brain's breaking as I'm trying to talk. But right now, I'm sticking with Greatsword. I'm mastery rank 36, but I'm 37 at the end of the video that you're currently watching. Yeah, Monster Hunter World. I'm trying to figure out what to say. I'm new to this content. I'm trying something new. It is amazing, and I recommend it so much. For $30. It was $30 or $40. I don't know. Either way, this was one of the best games I've ever played, and it is one of the most best I've ever played. I just said it twice in a row, but I'm trying to be serious here. This game, I expected it to be oh, hey, it's better than Rise, or it's worse than Rise, or it's around the same level as Rise. I did not expect it to be up there with one of my favorite games ever created by anybody. The combat may feel slow, but that just feels more rewarding when you do hit the moves. It is just amazing. I don't know what else to say. I'm not even that far in. I'm 52 hours in. I'll send a picture of my save file at the moment. But it is so good. I cannot recommend it enough to anybody because this game might be one of the best games ever made. I am getting wild when it's coming out because later next year. I've played World so much. It is just the best game I've ever played. So much amazement. It's perfect. I played World for like a few days, like a day, and then after that day, the next day, I got Iceborne, and I was like, all right, cool, beat the game. I beat the game all solo except for the first ever fight, which is that weird lizard you saw me fight at the very beginning. I had a friend not help me with it, but a friend wanted to join me for fun. I don't think we're friends anymore, sadly. Hey, if you're watching this, I don't know what happened. If you want to keep talking, I don't know. All I know is Monster Hunter World was the best game ever. I didn't need help at all until Nergigante. I won't be spoiling what Nergigante is. Just know Nergigante. It sounds like I'm saying a racial slur. Nergigante is one of the hardest things ever when you get to him. I had to have help with him. He wasn't hard. He was just beating the crap out of me. I didn't have to have help for anything else. Just Nergigante. I'm not spoiling what he looks like because yes, I know spoilers, but he is insanely hard to kill. But yeah, that's the only part I needed actual help with. And then I did Iceborne. I started soloing everything in Iceborne like nothing ever happened. Doing really well, soloing everything, perfectly fine. Around like 30% through Iceborne, maybe 50% through Iceborne, I couldn't do anything anymore. I needed help, so I just had people just help me through the rest of the way. Iceborne, I don't know if I'm done with Iceborne, but I beat the final boss of Iceborne, I think. I'm not even too sure. I don't really know much about it. I'm just like, hey, once I beat this thing, I'm done. I need a break. So, I beat it, I took a break. Now all I really do is play side missions just to train with the Greatsword because it's so much fun. But yeah, that's where I'm kind of at right now. This was a shorter video, but I just wanted to explain how much I love Monster Hunter World because it is so good.